Generally, we come across businesses which are doing quite well, and as a result, the same has been accepted by the market. You would have seen whereby they are striving day in, day out, they're continuously pulling feedback from the customers, they're continuously upgrading, they're continuously removing the glitches, and people are moving to and fro like a busy bunch of bees in the office. So much so that you completely forget to take a sip of the coffee you just ordered, and as a result, the coffee loses its steam. You do this over a period of time, and eventually the same is accepted, and everyone around are applauding, and you're also quite happy about your business. But is that it? With all this done, now we want to see numbers. Yes, finance numbers. Then your accountant bring in some numbers, some positive, some negative, a spreadsheet, some debits and credits, and tons of paperwork, invoices, bills, payment receipts, which all put together, you can't make head or tail of it. And that's a problem. With me till now? Great. Here is a train analogy to help you understand about your business. You paid more attention towards getting the coal and paid less attention as to how the coal was utilized. You paid more attention by adding the wagons and completely ignored to give the necessary pit stops. And you paid attention more towards revving the engine but completely forgot as to whether the gears inside were working in your favor or not. And you're so much engrossed in the cheers of the spectators that you completely ignored the back end setup. So, my dear businessman, as the analogy goes, your tracks are your strategy, the coal is your cash flow, and the various wagons are your various departments, and the entire train is your business. The pit stops is the various intervals that you have to take. The spectators here are your customers, and back end setup or the team is nothing but your finance or other ancillary team. So here are some of the basic questions that you must be asking in the business. Now, to begin with, the cost. So you should check how much of your cost that you are incurring is fixed and variable, and some are semi-variable. So fixed costs are those that you will incur whether your business makes sales or not. For example, they are rent, salaries, which you are supposed to pay even if you make zero sales. Next comes the variable cost. Variable costs are those that incur only if you are carrying on your business. For instance, let's say your raw material consumption and your labor charges, which is paid based on the number of hours the business is run. So these are variable costs. Semi-variable costs are those which are fixed up to one point, and after that they start becoming variable. So for this, the best example will be electricity, whereby even if you don't consume any electricity, then you have to pay a fixed sum, a basic one, and after that it becomes variable. So these are the three type of cost that one has to make a clear classification in the business, so that you get to know where you burn even if you make zero sale, and where you burn when you start making sale, and where you will be burning it partially. And the next question you need to be asking is, how much is the return that your business is bringing on the capital that you have invested? So let's pick up a risk-free bank guaranteed fixed deposit. If that is giving you a return of 8% per annum, then maybe not in the first or second year, but at least after 3 years, your business should be able to give you a return higher than 8%. If your business is not even able to give you a return higher than a risk-free rate, then why should you put all these efforts, take the risk, and take so much of a pain? Instead, you can just deposit those capital into the business and earn an 8% risk-free rate. The third thing that you have to be looking into the business is the velocity of the cash flow. That is, it deals with how soon the money that you invested in your stock or raw material converts into product, and the same transforms to sales and comes back to you in the form of cash again. So the faster the velocity, the higher the velocity, it is better for your business. So here you need to focus on ensuring that what decisions are the basis that has been picked up for the sales or production is executed at the earliest, because every money that waits in your bank, or every money that being blocked in the form of working capital or stock or receivables, is always a loss to you, because you'll be losing the precious interest on that, or to be better put together, the opportunity cost. And the third thing that has to be taken care is the internal process, because process is the one which has been set forth in the business, which has to serve the purpose. Because people may come and go, but the process is the one which stays there forever, and which has to be tweaked or made the necessary changes to suit the current terms. So to give an example, let's say a person has been made in charge of your accounting and bookkeeping, and if that person resigns, then you are left in shatters because you have no idea as to what level the accounting has been done, to what level the books has been made, and what has been pending. So hence, in that case, if there was a process, then the person would have documented according to the process, and if that case, even if he resigns, someone else can come in and they can take it forward from the where it was left. So this becomes one of the crucial aspect for businesses to have process in mind. And the second and the fourth thing is you have to have a quick regular interval meetings with your teammates to understand what each one does. Because if you are looking at one of an interview of Elon Musk, where he was required all of the team members in Twitter to come and tell him what they were responsible for, and if you found that if one or two were not up to the mark or not doing anything which was adding value to the product, then they were asked to resign. So hence you have to have accountability from these people who are in your business to see that they have been able to deliver as to what you need, and accordingly to match and provide towards the purpose of the business. So my dear entrepreneurs, these were some of the basics that we looked into, and in the coming episodes we're going to talk in much detail about the valuation of your business. How do you price your product or service? What are the internal controls that you need to have in place, and what are the audit checks that you need to put in place? How well is your cash flow that has to be maintained, and in much more ancillary or incidental topics that we're going to cover up. So until then, just subscribe and keep posted, and all the best for your endeavor. Thank you so much.